So, for like the fifth time today, I'm finally going to actually continue playing Dream Daddy, with a recording going on. This is after Craig's second date. I have been severely distracted in attempting to do multiple things at the same time, and then Dream Daddy, like, not responding, which happens, like, uncomfortably a lot to me, where games just stop responding, and I'm like, that's cool, I guess. So, well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but I can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. God, I wish I had that fucking ability. I'm like, hang on, let me stop crying. Oh God, I'm still crying. And then run to the bathroom. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. I'm really worried. I'm like, did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Amanda, get out. Okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. As the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. Can't remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever is bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops her frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster level up and takes her still freezer-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh. Okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on the wall. And I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. I'm like assuming I'm like a stay-at-home, like work-from-home dad. I don't know what I do. Am I a work-from-home dad? I'm kind of assuming from the laptop in my room that I'm like a work-from-home dad. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just, whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time. Oh! It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around set and had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab up some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? The whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just, I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So you know how Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. Fuck. I know that... Yeah, okay. I was like thinking, because I'm like, okay, I know that your friends are Emma R and Emma P, but I'm trying to remember which one is which, and I know that she's not the one that puked in Goth Dead and Beyond, because that was you. You got it. Wow, proud of you. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while. Then I found out from Rosie M that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night they all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Yikes. So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and, that's a thing. What? Whoa. I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. I thought you were gay, honestly. You're a bad liar. So are you! I learned from the worst. Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R. She promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama. So I just kept quiet. I keep quiet and keep going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invited everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like, simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips, and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable.
Dad.
So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who would I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah all hanging out and eating nachos, without me. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss! No! Yes! I know! So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey! And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt, because of course she does, and Emma R just, like, glares at me. Grace, nothing's coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the... I don't remember her ever mentioning. The gossipy one? I know! Grace is the one... Okay, did I get it right? I don't know. Oh my god. I just kind of like fucking... I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know who Grace is. Grace is the one nobody really likes. Or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck, which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left, without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to this shitty day, and I immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat, asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to Emma R, asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and, sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? That's okay. You're trying. So what happens next? Oh, okay. Get a load of this. Emma R says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. I keep saving because I don't want to, like, fuck up, but I'm like, I cannot believe that. I hear so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, I do not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I am trying my hardest to be supportive. They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on red. And then, wait, left me on red? What's that? Oh, like, she saw my message but didn't reply. I know because there are red receipts. I don't know what red receipts are, but I'm just going to nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And then he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Alright, I think you lost me with screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me. Half my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. Emma's expected it from everybody else, but Emma R has been there since Mom died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like, fuck, now I'm really gonna cry because I had a friend from when I was a kid, and she was there before my mom died, but she turned out to be a total bitch who used me and then literally stabbed me in the back in 6th grade. And bullied me for the rest of our grade school years together. So it was like 6th through 8th grade. And the worst thing is that it was actually really soon after my mom died, because my mom died between 4th and 5th grade. So things were not fun, and I think she realized I wasn't exactly fun to be around when I was like a 9-year-old just getting over the loss of their mother. So she stabbed me in the back and made the entire grade except for my 2 best friends and possibly like 2 other people hate me. There were some semi-nice people, but no, it was mostly just a bunch of people that... And then, like, the grade below me also hated me, but, like, whatever. I can, like, kick their asses any day. I also did beat up a boy in the grade above me when I was, like, in 7th grade. At a school dance. They're not really, like, fancy dances, but they were a thing. I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did I just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help? Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. Amanda, for the love of God, I am like fucking upset because shit like this happened to me too. I mean, I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's approximating human Earth's feelings this whole time? Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long, long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. I'm really gonna say real friends don't do that. Because, when you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful relationships. It took me a long time to figure out that out myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting the effort in to show how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing, and if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. This is literally like my advice to anybody who's like, but these people that I thought were my friends are being shit. I'm like, dump them. Fuck them. Like, literally, I recently had a friend go through something similar to this, where people started being really bitchy to her. And I was like, they're not worth it. They're not your real friend. Listen, as someone who literally has been used ever since they were in kindergarten by people every few years, or 4 years, I mean 4 as in FOR, not every 4 years. As in the number 4. No, yeah, because I get used a lot by people because I'm just too easygoing and say yes all the time because I don't know how to say no. Yeah, no. If people are being bitchy to you and, like, backstabbing you, then they're really not your real friends and they're not worth it. And, like, you should literally tell them to go fuck themselves and, like, go make yourself a nice new friend group and then realize that your new friends are great and your old pathetic fake friends deserve real poo. Real poo for your sham friends and shampoo for your real friends. And keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Oh, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yes? Thank you. You are always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
That was so
Welcome.
sweet.
You've got dads.
You've got dads. Okay, I guess I'll go on my 3rd date with Craig. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm committing myself to Craig. Are you kidding me? I've been, like, on Craig's path. This is my Craig route. Crew. That was really stupid. Okay. It's really late for it to load. I can't speak. Wait for it to load. I'm like an emotional mess, man. This game is like, And Dream Daddy has stopped responding, which is, you know, usual. Still not responding. I'm checking other things while I wait for it to respond. Because we're just here to date Craig, and I'm crying, honestly. There we go. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but it was finally, I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always stays so busy with work and the kids, but it's good to know that we'll just be able to spend some time relaxing together in nature. Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them because it seems like the only time we get to hang out, but the added benefit is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags in the tent while he takes care of the food, so I double-checked to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's going to be spending this weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. Amanda Panda. Amanda's in the middle of sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it to finally zip. Hey, Pops. Ready for your trip? Once I get this bad boy all zipped up, I'm good to go. How much did you pack? This seems like a lot for 2 days. Oh, it's all of my camera equipment. Lenses, tripod, flash, all that. Are you even gonna have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments. Ooh, what's the series about? It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princesses as founding fathers. What? I'm kidding. Nobody likes those. I'm taking portraits of my friends. What friends? I mean, I love you, Amanda. Oh, well, I'm gonna be in the woods. Out there in nature. You know, roughing it. Just me and Mother Nature. The old Madre de trees. Are you gonna be alright on your own?
Yes.
I'm not gonna have any signal out there. I'll be able to text or call you at all. Oh, it's alright. I'll be able to survive a couple days without constant updates on who just got voted off of International Haunted House Hunters. Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcase and looks next to the door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug. Relax, Dadtron. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I got a share room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. Oh, well, alright. Don't steal anything, okay? questions fast and nicely. Fine. Promise. It's Craig! My dude! I need a fucking drink. That's odd. Hold on. We're gonna flirt with Craig in a minute, but I need a drink first. Because I'm thirsty. I mean, that was intended to be a pun on multiple levels, but, like, it doesn't stop the fact from, like, that I am. As I'm on my third date with Craig. And I'm also, like, literally in need of a drink. Anyway. I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Craig's already strapped some camping gear on top of his my modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. Such a gentleman. Don't you dare! Hold on. I want to flirt with him. You know what I just thought about though is my OC, the vampire Emmanuel, and he's like, Saturday, truth about humans is they suck. And then he's like, I just made a pun. That was not intended. But listen, Saturday, unintentional pun aside. Alright, I'm gonna tell him, such a gentleman. I almost had a case of the papers there. Never fear, these muscles are made for picking up heavy things and putting them in other places. Remember, it's your weekend to relax. Take it easy. I guess I can't argue with that.
Oh.
Everything good with Amanda? Yep. On our way to a school trip to Washington, D.C. What about your offspring? Already at Smashly for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on. I'm shaking my mug to mix the powder with the water for my drink. I load the rest of my stuff into Craig's car and we get in. Oh no! What's wrong? I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta get back. Are you worried that someone's gonna break into your house and cold press some carrots? No, it's just... Just try to relax, man. Let the juicer float away. Take all your worries and blend them into pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do you have anything to listen to? All I have in my place is a series of CDs that guide you through a thorough and intense calisthenic workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm just kidding. Craig hands me a thick case filled with CDs. Take your pick. I thumbed through page after page of kids sing-along CDs. Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star takes me back. Keep going. I get to the end of the case to find, in the very last slot, a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it. DJ Kegstand's Mega Mix Volume 1. Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it. Oh, sweet! I pop the CD into the car's stereo and it's like I'm immediately transported to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays, and soon enough we're both happily scream-singing the lyrics to each song as we fly down the highway. This song was Carl's favorite. Carl! The third roommate! You brought that dog home one night and I couldn't pry you two apart. So we spent an entire semester fabricating a story about our foreign exchange student roommate who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. And then we had a room inspection. That RA was so suspicious of us, but they could never prove anything. And Carl was just under a blanket. Besides, bless that pup's courage under fire. Man, we did some dumb things back in college. College is the time for being dumb. The hours fly by as we belt out tunes and whatever non-existent keys our voices register in. Soon enough, we're surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer. Feels good to be back out here. Real good. We park our car at the entrance to a familiar trail and load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working on my health over the past couple of weeks. Otherwise, I'd be dreading all the hiking that's about to happen. Craig looks intently at his phone. Everything all right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Just had to fire off one last work email. Craig pockets the phone and we start off on the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know I would have been huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all the murder sprints. I look around me and take in the tall trees and animal chirps. Everything okay back there? There's no reception out here. Oh yeah, being out in the middle of the nowhere will do that. I recognize the look of anxiety on Craig's face. But what if there's a problem? You've trained for this. Look, Craig, we all know that if you really wanted, you could flex your calf muscles and fly out of here like a rocket ship all the way back to Maple Bay. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. This is our weekend.
Nice.
We keep marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks. Maybe we should go back. We could find another campground that gets good cell phone reception. Craig, seriously, what's wrong? I mean, I'm just really nervous. My dad instinct is kicking in, and my mind keeps conjuring up all sorts of worst-case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I don't have a signal. I would have no way of knowing. Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away, no matter how old your kids are. You've got to remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch on the shoulder. Try to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all and just focus on ourselves for this little trip. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. That's gay. Craig looks me directly in the eyes. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back to marching. It's not too long of a hike before we get to the campsite. We're both glad to see that we're the only people here. I can't believe you still have this tent. Found it in my attic and I already checked it for holes. It's seen better days, sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I attempt to make a fabric and pulls onto the ground. We unfold the tent and lead to the desired spot. I hand Craig the stakes. We still know how to do this, right? Of course we do. We do not. After 20 minutes of struggling like people in a bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you asked somebody to draw a picture of one with their eyes shut. I wouldn't put this up against a storm, but I think we'll be able to survive for the night. We set out a couple of chairs and our cooking equipment, admiring our handiwork. Bro, look at us go! Look upon the kingdom we've built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats and drink our brews, for we hold dominion over this land. Verily. And, look at our camping chairs, which we're going to sit on. So what's next on the camp extravaganza docket? Well, now that we have shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit up the way that I'm sure we could hike to. Let's get hiking. Craig and I venture into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. Craig reaches out an arm and stops me. Oh, I thought he was going to, hold my hand. Dude! Does that look like what I think it looks like? I look over to where he's pointing. Oh my god, it does. Actually, it looks like a butt! I can't get over how detailed it is. I examine the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. It even has back dimples. I thought we were going to have a great time camping, but this makes it even better. Craig holds back a snicker. I aspire to be every hike be as good as this one. I'm snickering now, too. Let us analyze this tree further. Craig and I share a huge belly laugh at our own awful jokes. The best thing about this is that there's no daughters here to tell us our jokes are bad. We high-five. Craig and I hit the trail again. It looks like a butt. It's been a long time since we've been out here, and everything seems more or less familiar. We pin out old landmarks that we remember back from our college days. I think we're getting close now. Check it out. There's a clearing up ahead. As we get closer, I can hear water running. Cresting over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling into a large body of water that runs into a river. Mouths agape with the genuine beauty of the place, we go to investigate. The old waterfall. Hey. It's gorgeous. Nature is so rad. Peering further, we get an idea of how deep the pool is. Think we could jump off of it like the old days? Still, Dad is happy here on dry land. Looks like you could climb right up over here. There. We didn't even bring swimming trunks. What are you talking about? Craig immediately begins taking his clothes off. Yo! Craig is fucking ripped, and I'm gay. I'm gay, fam. I just need to take a drink because, we're all admiring naked Craig. I'm gonna look at Craig's butt. I can't help but sneak a peek. That is a good butt. Craig turns around and suddenly he catches me looking. I do a lot of glute workouts. I immediately turn away, blushing. You coming or what? Oh, I don't know about this, dude. He's already making his way over to the waterfall by the time I finish my sentence. When he realizes I'm not right behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes. We lived together for years, and I've seen your ass more times than I can count. It's no big deal. Oh, I want to flirt with him, but it's like... If clothes are coming off, then it's someone's birthday. Craig gives me the wolf whistle. Yes! I try to give my booty a good spank. That one's for you, big boy. I'm flirting. I take my shirt off and drop it in the pile with the rest of Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb up to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. I'm honestly assuming that since my dad wears a binder, I'm like probably wearing a sports bra right now. Hey kids, here's a tip. Especially you trans boys and other trans kids that wear binders. Don't do exercise with the binder on. Do not. Wear a sports bra. Wear 2 sports bras. I don't care. But do not do it in a binder, because binders will restrict your breathing. Binders are fine to wear for limited periods of time when you're not doing any heavy exercise. But make sure that you are not doing exercise in a binder. I'm sorry, fam, but like, keep yourself safe, okay? You don't want to fuck up your breathing, because binders restrict your breathing, okay? And that's why it's important to take deep breaths after you take off your binder, and make sure that you don't wear your binder for too long periods, because you don't want to, like, you know, fuck up your breathing. So wear a sports bra, okay? Okay. Now that my dad rant is over about not wearing a sports bra, I'll let you, wear a sports bra, don't wear a binder. There's some binders that you can swim in, but like, all the same, like, if you're planning on like doing hiking and like shit like that, like if you're like dating Craig essentially, don't wear a binder when you're out exercising with him, because it will inhibit your breathing and it will not be a good time, and you could fuck up your ribcage. I mean, you do run the risk of fucking up your ribcage wearing a binder anyway, but bind safely and responsibly, kids, and do not do exercise while wearing a binder. Wear a sports bra. At the top, we look over the cliff and into the tiny lake. It seems so much higher up from this perspective. Craig has always been a daredevil. He puts in stunts in college, and I'm honestly still shocked he survived. He's always the one standing on the sidelines, watching and hoping I wouldn't bring him home in a gurney. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks me in the eyes. Don't think. Just jump. Craig cannonballs off of the waterfall and into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces from under the water. Woo! He treads water and looks up at me. You coming or what? Don't think. Just jump. How are you supposed to just not think? Pretty sure that's not physically possible. My toes grip the edge of the rock. The water looks so far away. Don't think. Just... I run off the edge, trying to do my best cannonball. Somewhere in the middle, it turns into a really graceful belly flop. I hit the water with a loud slap. I resurfaced to find Craig giggling. I rate that belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place. I playfully splash water at Craig. Are you sure about that? I splash him again. You've given me no choice. Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water. You've awakened the beast. He launches another wave of water at me. Don't you put me in a corner here. Don't put a wild animal in the corner. I wanna... The first one is something that my father would always do to us. With the force of thunder, I bring my fist down into water, creating a tidal wave that drenches Craig. Good one. But I think I can do better. Craig answers back with his own tidal wave. It's big enough to launch me back. He's so strong. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it. Yeah, sure. We shake hands. There's peace. Man, that jump was such an adrenaline rush. Not so scary now, huh? I'll race you to the top. We run all the way up to the slick rocks and cannonball off the waterfall again. What a rush. Good form on that one. Want to go again? You know it. With the same energy we had in our youth, we climb back up to the top of the waterfall. I'm brave enough to try a flip, which I'm sure looks incredibly graceful as I belly flop into the water. Man, this is fun. Got one more in you? I live for danger! Takes a little more time, but we get to the waterfall and both do our best running jumps into the water below. Alright, I think that's my limit. We should get going back before it's too dark.
Nice.
We should probably head back. We go to put our clothes back on and notice that they're soaking wet. Maybe a splash fight wasn't the best idea. It's okay. We get a fire going in no time. We can dry off and get some dinner going. Sopping wet, we head back to the camp and unpack everything we need for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple of steaks and some chopped potatoes and tin foil. You ready for a feast? Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling into the relaxation station and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you. Absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here. Craig cooks now? I remember how his entire sophomore year diet consisted of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwaved, and have trouble believing the thing he just said. At least let me start the fire. Sure. Let me just grab my matches. Craig reaches into his backpack. He rummages around his bag, pulling things out and checking every pocket. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I know I packed it. Craig checks another bag and still can't find it. My stomach grumbles and now I'm more acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get the fire started. Okay. Well, it's not the end of the world. Gosh, I'm so stupid. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude. Don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard could it be? I've watched plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star can do it, so can we. We'll need some wood. I gesture to the trees around us.
Oh.
There's no shortage of that. And some tinder. We can make that work. And then I think some ancient aliens are then supposed to come by and give us advanced technology. Or renovate our houses. Depends on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have all the materials that could conceptually make a passable-looking campfire. Just add fire, right? That's the fun part. The sun is just now setting and a cool breeze rustles the leaves of the trees around us. We have to work quick. I've done this in the past and I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second. Any way I can help? Give me some moral support. Lift my spirits and we'll make this fire happen. I kind of want to go overboard with compliments. You're really giving that fire the business. You're an amazing, hardworking father with a steady work ethic and everybody loves you. Your daughters think you're a superhero and the neighborhood dads respect you immensely. Also, your butt looks great. Stop! You'll make me cry. Okay. Don't want your tears putting out the fire. Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows on the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon enough, we have a nice little fire going. Way to go, man. We're regular old outdoorsy fellas. Hooray for not dying! I take a seat in one of the lawn chairs. Craig brought and cozy up to the fire, warming up my hands. Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner. I watch as Craig stokes the fire and sets up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and fire starting, I'm able to relax a bit. With the sound of the crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks in a pan he's been heating up on the fire, cracking thyme and crushing ginger over it while basting them both in butter. Wow, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fanciest I ever saw him get in college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet onto dry ramen and eating it straight up. When did this happen? He used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk. I grew up, I guess. I think these are just about ready. Craig puts the steaks onto a paper plate and sets them aside. Start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away. Dude, let them rest. It'll be more flavorful that way. I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese onto freshly chopped greens. He places it next to a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary. Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in. Everything taste okay? I'm in heaven. That's what I like to hear. Remember how for an entire semester we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It's so hard not to go back to that. Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you've got in your life together. Craig laughs, but there's no humor in it. I'm glad you think that. I glance at Craig while he picks at his salad. He really grew out of his baby face, but there's something about his expression that makes him seem so much older than he is. A sense of maturity he didn't have in college. He looks exhausted. You okay?
I don't know.
Yeah. Come on, dude. I've known you for long enough to see when you're down.
Oh.
I'm tired, bro. I think being out here is making me realize how drained I feel. You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy.
Oh.
I have to. For my girls. I volunteer at their school. I cook healthy meals for them. I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. And when they're with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them. And then you work out a lot so you can crush anyone who stands in their way.
Oh.
That, and I don't want to fall into my old habits. And you set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But it seems like it's bleeding you dry. If that's what it takes to raise them well, then it's worth it. Craig, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself, too.
Nice.
I do, though. I eat right and exercise, and that's not what I mean. You're too little butter on too much toast, you know?
Nice.
What? You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you care this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs because you're too busy taking care of everyone else's. You matter too.
Oh.
I know I can provide for my family. If I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by them. But I can't explain it, man. There's always that voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me I don't deserve it. To be honest, I even feel guilty about being out here. Craig, you're trying your best, and you're doing an amazing job. That's a fact. But even if you weren't, you would still deserve happiness.
Oh.
Do I though? I'm gonna say hell yeah, bro. But what if he doesn't like me saying bro? Yes! Hell yeah, bro. I look at Craig and think about what a good friend and even better father he is. He's compassionate. He's hardworking. He's relentlessly positive. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. Makes me want to be a better person. If you could only see yourself the way I see you. Craig beams, gets up and walks over to his supplies.
Oh.
Come on, I brought dessert. Oh, are you going to use the campfire to torch the tops of some creme brulee?
Oh.
What? I know little to nothing about cooking. Craig pulls out marshmallows.
Bro.
Well, you still know how to make s'mores, right? I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, you used to just completely blacken the marshmallows. Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but the gooey center is preserved. Brutish. Craig throws a marshmallow at me and I catch it in my mouth.
Oh.
Pro move. We used to be able to do that at a great distance against a wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice and I'll be competitive again. Craig and I sit in the warm glow of the campfire, watching embers float up towards the sky. stars are so much brighter out here. Yeah. I miss this, Eisen. Oh, me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering stories from college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clamber into the tent. Alright, and now we're getting gay. Gayer. We crawl into the tent and I unfurl my sleeping bag. Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? I look around for a second. Oh. Oh no. I must have left it at home. It's all yours, dude. I'm sorry. I'll just curl up over here. No way. Here. Craig unzips the sleeping bag and spreads it out so there's enough room for both of us to lay on top of it. Night, bro. Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other. Without a blanket, it's really cold. I shiver, and without realizing it, I find myself nestling closer to Craig. I'm sure he won't mind. He turns over and I can feel his breath in my neck. It's hard to focus on anything else. I turn over, trying to get more comfortable. I open my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches from my own. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open. His hand finds a place on my waist. I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we're kissing. Good! We look at each other again, my heart racing. Craig.
I don't know.
I got strong feelings for you, bro. Feelings I can't deny anymore. Oh, bro. Me too. I run my hands through his hair, then down his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure. You know, talking about old times is fun, but I like making new memories with you. I smile, tracing the lines of his hip with my finger. We kiss again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. Aww. 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 Dude. Aww.
Perfect.
Achievement unlocked. Keg stand champion. I did all of Craig's dates. I dated Craig. No, Dream Daddy, don't responding. Please, I beg of you. Yeah, it's stopped. Oh wow, Google Chrome. Oh no, Google Chrome's responding now. Dream Daddy is still not, but you know, it's whatever. Dream Daddy is still not responding. Well, considering I finished Craig's date, I think I'll actually just stop the recording here while I wait for Dream Daddy to respond. So I'll see you next time when Dream Daddy potentially starts responding.